So you're looking for a pro-like controller to game with because, well, you don't feel like you have a competitive edge with the controller using the existing Xbox Series controller. And well, the controllers out there, they're stupid expensive, right? Or they're wired and you really don't want a wired controller. Well, today I'm gonna show you the brand new BigBig One Armor X Pro attachment you can add to your existing Series X controller or Series S, whatever one has the USB-C on the top of it, and turn this thing into a 4-button hair trigger gyroscoping controller that is wireless. And to add just a little bit of a touch to it, you can use it on Switch, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Let's get into the video. So out of the box, the things you get with this is a USB Type A to Type C for charging it, of course. You get the toggle, which, by the way, dongle, toggle, however you say, it's important, don't lose it. You need that for the systems, pretty much all of them. And then you get an instruction manual, and of course, you get the Armor X Pro itself. Don't lose the instruction manual. I recommend looking over it a little bit. It kind of gives you an overlay of it. The app you're gonna download on your phone later on, it's gonna help you out a tremendous amount on this controller when we get into that. So there are two versions of this. You have the gyro, or you have the Armor X Pro, and then you have the Armor X. What are the differences? It's simple. I have the Pro, which has gyroscope on it. The Armor X itself doesn't have gyroscope, so instead of activating gyroscope on the back, it actually activates your hair triggers, which if you don't use gyroscopes, it might be something super simple to be able to do, switch back and forth between hair triggers and non-hair triggers, which why would you not want to have hair triggers on playing a game like this, sweating continuously all the time. 4 kills, you don't suck too bad. Well, the cool thing about this is I don't need to review the controller because it's an Xbox Series controller. So you know about the triggers, the joysticks, the buttons and all that on it. And you know that these series controllers, especially this black one came with my Series X, feels amazing. This is an amazing feeling controller in your hands. What we're really here to see is what this little mod pack does to it, which we want to get into the functionality of this. Or some things that can give you a slight edge advantage of it. I still don't agree with it, like turbo mode. This thing does have turbo mode on it. Other things this controller has on it are 4 buttons on the back. These sound and feel tactile to me. There is a video out there somewhere of a breakdown on it where he actually says they're tactile. I seen a membrane underneath, so I'm not 100% on that, to be honest with you, but they feel great. I don't have no issues with them. I don't accidentally press them as I'm running around, and I don't have to press hard as I'm running around playing the game with that. And by the way, the gameplay you see behind me is of me using this controller with gyroscope on, testing it out and stuff. So why do I have it on behind me? I do this for all my videos so that y'all can see me actually playing with it, and you'll see B-roll later on pop up of the whole screen of me playing with it probably as well, but this is just a way to keep you here on the video and keep the retention rate up. So this thing has 3 on-hand profiles you can switch from, which you can change the buttons on the back to those profiles. You can also change the hair triggers, the dead zone on the triggers, the dead zone on your joysticks. This thing is pretty legit when it comes to customization through the app that we'll get to here in a few minutes. So one of the big things on this controller is this has gyroscope. Now I have never personally, other than like with the Nintendo Switch, and I'll be honest, I've always turned it off. I've never really had a need for it. I felt like I just thought it was stupid. But after playing the game with this thing and setting it up for how I like it, I'll be honest with you guys, it's pretty legit. So this thing claims it has a 10-hour battery life. I'll be 100% with y'all. I just recharged it. I used it all through the weekend. I let my nephew use it. I would say it's pretty close to 10 hours. I can't be completely precise if I got 10 hours, but I can tell you I got multiple gaming sessions on this without it dying, and I just decided to go ahead and recharge it before using it again this coming up weekend, because I'm going to keep using this for a little while to keep testing out, because it has been a pleasure to use. So to have this work on your Switch, your Xbox, or your PC, I told you how to do it on the PlayStation. You'll just plug in the toggle. I don't know why I keep calling it a toggle. It's a dongle. You plug in the dongle and it will connect to this, and then it works. That's all you gotta do. Plug it into your Switch, it works. Plug in your PlayStation, it works. Plug in your Xbox, it works. And it works good. Let's go over the Elite app and let me show you how to do your hair triggers, gyro sensitivity, and dead zone and stuff on different things in the controller. Let's hop into that on the, well, I guess I can do it right here on my phone because it is a cell phone app. By the way, do not go to your app store to download the app. It does not work. I don't know what's going on there. I downloaded the app. It took me freaking forever to figure it out. I finally joined their Discord just to ask, hey, the app is not working. And they're like, oh, well, did you download it from the website? No, I went to the app store like a normal human being would do and downloaded it from there, and well, it didn't work. So when I downloaded it from their website, it magically started working. So, hey, Big Juan, BigBig, hey. Can we fix that? Is that possible to fix that? Because that's a little annoying. You know what I mean? What are you doing? Anyways, love the problem. All right, so when you get to this screen right here, this is the issue I had with doing it through the app. This was what I had up on when I did it through the Google Play Store, and I couldn't go nowhere from here. It wouldn't let me click on that, and it wouldn't let me do anything. And you don't have to connect this to your Bluetooth on your phone. You just need to have this on, connected to whatever, your PC or whatever, and then you would just hit the Armor X Pro and it would scan and connect like this. So once it connects, you can go through and set everything up. But what we wanna do is we wanna go and look at the different things you can do with this. First of all, what you can do is, remember I told you you had three onboard profiles. So all you would have to do is hit the little button on the back and it would literally change colors. See, it went from blue to green to blue to red. So those are three. You got green, blue, and then red. And with that, you can set up what you want to set up on here, which is what we're going to do right now. And as you can see on the app, I have COD, Zelda, and Fortnite, and pretty much, you know, COD, Zelda on Switch, and then Fortnite on PC. Or did I do it on Xbox? I think I did Fortnite on Xbox. But, so we're going to add a new one by hitting plus. See, I got 3 profiles here. We're going to add a new one by pressing plus. All right, so from here, what you can do is have sensor sensitivity. Now this is for your gyroscopes. So what I recommend doing is if you're playing something like this behind me, I would turn the sensitivity down. Play with it, see where you feel comfortable at. What I'm also gonna have you do is if you're on Call of Duty or Fortnite like that, something like that, I want you to scroll down to the bottom right here, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're going to responsive switch. So what this is gonna do is if you turn this on, it will only activate gyro if you hit a certain button. If you know where I'm going with this, you understand what I'm about to do. So we're actually going to hit right stick, right? But what we're gonna do is hit left trigger. Why are we doing left trigger? Well, it's simple. When you start aiming, your gyroscope will be activated. So when you ADS, your gyroscope's activated, and when you're not ADS and you can move it around, do whatever, and your gyroscope won't be activated. So this is just something simple, and it'll keep you from going crazy and accidentally moving character and stuff around when you're slide canceling like a sweat, because, well, we're all sweats when it comes to Call of Duty for some reason. Y'all getting the new game? Let me know in the comments below. Y'all playing the new game? I wanna hear it. Have you been playing the new game? Do you like the new game? I kinda like the beta. That's just me. My dog's eating something. Hey, what are you eating? Oh, okay, you can eat that. Okay, so if you do not want to have gyroscope on at all you have to do is hit the middle button on the back of the controller, and it'll turn it off, or it'll turn it on, whatever you want, and you'll feel it vibrate knowing it's on or off. All right, and then there's other things, response curve, dead zone, compensation, all that here. I'll be honest with you, I didn't mess with any of that. I don't need to. I don't have any of those issues, like, you know, needing to do dead zone and all that, so everything worked good. I have my dongle over here hooked up to the laptop, and I play on this screen. So the dongle does not need to be in front of the controller for the gyroscope to work. Just FYI for anybody that's gonna ask that, I was able to use it in front of this screen and it worked perfectly fine. So it was pretty cool. The technology in this thing is top tier in that aspect. And for 70 bucks, again, it's pretty freaking legit. Let's go over to sticks. Sticks, this is just showing your dead zone for your sticks and stuff. You can literally control that. do custom dead zone in your Xbox Series controller. So if you have stick drift in your controller, you can come in here and play with it to get it to disappear and not have stick drift anymore. I don't have stick drift in this controller, so I'm not worried about that. And you can do it left or right stick. And again, you can come in here and mess with your stick layout and stuff. I'll be honest, I did come in here and mess with this a little bit. I put it on performance mode because I was like, well, I want to perform. I'm a sweat, so let me perform as a sweat. All right, so moving on to triggers, and this is this trigger dead zone, the top section. Don't click off of this yet. You want to hear the bottom section. The trigger dead zone for the top, you know what that is and what that does. We don't need to talk about that. But what we want is hair triggers. And what are hair triggers and what does it do? Well, we're gonna turn on the right trigger for sure. And we're gonna turn on the left trigger, why not? So what happens is when you have hair triggers on and when you engage, you have to normally let out to a certain spot for it to reset. And you just have to so slightly take it out to do it again. So you can get that rapid fire almost where you can just kind of like go super sweat mode trying to slide cancel and everything else. And yeah, do that. But check it out, try it out. I enjoyed it, I've been using it, so yeah. And then here is the last part of this section, which is you can key any button to anything, which is awesome. You see right here the M1, M2, and 3, and 4 on the bottom of it. You can come in here and set these up for however you want to set them up. You can see the A, X, Y, B, A, then the up, down arrows, left, all that is here for you to program in. And then if you want to remap your X button, you can do the same thing right here. So this literally gives you control over this entire controller, which is nice. And then on the side of it here, you have turbo mode. Let's wrap this thing up and give you my final thoughts on the controller. Oh, on the mod, or whatever it's called, Armor X Pro. Let's go. For $70, when a SCUF controller for wireless for the Xbox or PC or whatever costs $200, this is a win in my opinion. This is a way to make a controller, a pro controller, without going the route of $200 plus for a SCUF controller. Or if you want the Series, you know, the Series 2 controller, you have to spend $150 and up for that controller, which, you know, it could be an option, but with all the issues I've seen with that controller and all the issues that's been reporting on that controller, I'd rather just use the controller that comes with the Xbox. It's a really good controller in my personal opinion. Throw this on there, throw a Control Freak on there, and throw some precision rings on there, and I got a pretty sick looking controller with gyroscope, hair triggers, 4 extra buttons on the bottom. So that's my thought on this. This is 100% a must buy in my personal opinion if this is the route you want to go for a wireless pro controller. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to end up buying this or not, and be kind when no one's watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.